Hello! In today's video, we are going to be talking about liners for cloth diapers and other adult incontinence products. Using liners in your cloth incontinence products is not a necessary add-on by any means, but they do have three really great benefits. And so, first benefit of a cloth liner or a disposable liner is the helpful removal of solids to make it easier. They also can protect the cloth item against rash creams, since rash creams can cause cloth items to repel moisture. And finally, cloth liners in particular can help protect the skin from wetness by wicking away moisture from the skin and into the diaper or other cloth incontinence products. Unfortunately, liners for adult size liners are hard to come by. There aren't any disposable liners that I've been able to find, and cloth liners for adults are also hard to find, although some sellers on Etsy do offer them. I have some in my shop, but that doesn't mean that they're not accessible to you for adult size products. But first, let's talk about disposable liners. Essentially, disposable liners, they come in like a paper towel shaped roll, and you tear them off as you need them. And disposable liners are made from a really thin woven rayon fibers. And these liners come with claims like flushable, biodegradable, eco-friendly, and which all these terms do not mean the same thing. For example, flushable liners are meant to dissolve in water, right, and become nothing. However, not all flushable liners actually do that, and so it's recommended that if you have a septic system or old plumbing or anything that says, hey, do not flush feminine hygiene products, you probably should not flush your flushable liners. So that way, to avoid, clogging your system and all that fun stuff. For example, I live in this really old house that we bought a couple years ago, and the septic was put in the 40s. Now, it was discontinued in the 90s when it was hooked up, when the plumbing was hooked up to the city sewer system. But, it was still there, and it was just covered by a big metal sheet, and mosquitoes would breed in the water, and it was horrible. And so we decided to drain the old septic and to fill it in. Well, when we were draining it, it turns out that even though it hadn't been used in over 30 years, and everything was pretty much decomposed, well, tampons didn't decompose, and so they were still there. And so, it's good to keep in mind that, just because things say they're gonna do a certain thing doesn't mean that they will. And the same goes for the biodegradable claim, right? Like when things end up in the landfill, the conditions in the landfill are actually not conducive to the breakdown of fibers. And so, that's key. That's something to keep in mind. Like, disposable liners aren't really that eco-friendly, but they sure make the solid removal easier, and they sure help protect your cloth incontinence items from rash cream. Now, where do you get disposable liners? Well, like I said before, there aren't any for adult size products, right? And the baby ones typically come somewhere in the range of 5 inches by 12 inches. You just have to read the descriptions. They're all over the place. But that doesn't mean that you can't lay 2 liners out in your cloth incontinence product, because as long as that incontinence product that you're using is fitting snugly against the body, those liners shouldn't shift around, and you will be able to reap the benefits of using them. And what's more is The baby ones are widely available on Amazon, Target, Walmart, pretty much anywhere that sells baby cloth diaper items. Now, cloth liners are made from a single layer of fabric, and they lay on the very top of your cloth incontinence products. And cloth liners, you can still use them for solid removal, and you can still use them for adding that protective barrier against rash cream. But they have the added benefit of helping to protect your skin against wetness. So if chafing and rash is something that you kind of struggle with, using a cloth liner might be a really great solution. Another solution for the chafing could be to use a insert that has been topped with a stay dry layer like microfleece. And again, they're hard to find, but what's awesome about the microfleece cloth liners is that you can make them yourself with zero sewing skills. All you have to do is get some microfleece fabric, which you can get at Joann's, you can get it anywhere. It's a very common fabric. Just make sure it's microfleece that is meant for wicking. And you just cut out the shape and size that you want, and you're good to go. Doesn't need to be sewn, doesn't need to be hemmed. At the end of the day, liners are a really great addition to your incontinence management system with cloth products. For more helpful videos on how to use and make your own cloth incontinence products, subscribe to my channel. If you have any thoughts you want to share, please comment in the section below. Thank you.